Previously on Star Trek Outlaws.
Look,
Roger Maynard. This here's Chloe.
Right.
I'll be back for you in a minute, Chloe.
I've got you, Doc. There you go.
I'm going in!
The Emperor and the Empress lived happily for many years in their empire and were loved by all, but the Emperor knew that he would soon be too old to rule. The Empress finally bore an heir. In fact, she bore two heirs, two identical twins. She named them Cantrain and Ablanto. On the prince's 21st birthday, a great wailing rang through the hills and the valleys of the land, for the Emperor and Empress were found dead.
I'm starting to get complaints about Roger Maynard.
Yeah? What kind of complaints? My gut feeling is that he's wound up tight as a drum. He sits in his quarters most days just watching videos of his wife and drinking insane amounts of alcohol.
And now, Episode 3, Time Enough for Hope.
Brody, how long till we reach Roxxon Prime?
About 11 and a half hours.
Well, I think I'll go to the gym. I'm feeling a little flabby lately and there's not much I can do here.
No problem, Captain. We got it.
Captain Kruger.
Kruger here.
Captain, I'd like to see Brody in sickbay, please.
Can it wait, Doc? I was just about to take the con for a while.
I don't think so, Tom. It's your mother. You'd better get down here.
Go. My extra pounds will still be here tomorrow, unfortunately.
On my way, Doc. How is she, Doc?
She's very sick, Tom. I don't think she has very long. And she's been asking for you.
But with this ship, all this technology, surely there's something you can do.
I know, it looks like it can work miracles, Tom, but it can't. It has its limits. Maybe if she had been diagnosed a couple years sooner. Go on in. She needs you. I'll be in my office.
Mother?
Tommy?
Mom, I'm so sorry. I promised you I'd find a place for us, somewhere peaceful. But everything just went all to...
Tommy? Son, it's all right. My happiness doesn't depend on where I live, and it doesn't depend on my safety. I was happy back in Hope. I had friends there. I had family. But in some ways, I'm even happier here on this ship. Before, you'd be gone for weeks at a time with that Captain Kruger. Now you finish your shift, you go and have a drink with your friends, and then you come visit me. I get to see you every day. You have nothing to be sorry for.
It's just that you've taken care of me my whole life. I wanted to take care of you for a while.
You have. Now it's time for you to take care of yourself. Find yourself a nice girl. I see you with that little blonde now and then. What's her name?
I was going to introduce you, Mom. It's just that
you thought you had plenty of time. Find somebody, Tommy. Raise yourself some kids. And when you do, tell them all about their grandma. Remember to tell them that she always said that life is an adventure.
I will, Mother.
She should get some rest now.
All right, Doc. I'm leaving now, Mom. But I'll be back later, okay? Mom? Mom! I believe this is the first time you've been in my quarters, Captain.
It is, isn't it? I'm sorry, Tom. I'm afraid I've been neglecting my friends lately.
No worries, Captain. Can I get you something? Some tea, maybe?
No, thanks. I can't stay long.
I understand. You've got a lot on your mind.
That's no excuse. Your mother was a pillar of the community. When we were kids, I always knew there'd be something cold to drink waiting for me at your house in the summer and a warm fire in the winter. She's going to be missed. Tom, Quincy says that the people who built this ship were explorers. They'd sometimes be away from their homes for years at a time. When someone passed away, they'd have a nice ceremony and then give them a send-off into deep space.
No. Thanks anyway, but I think she would want to go home.
That's the last place in the sector we should go. If it was anybody else.
Thanks, John. Entering standard orbit around Arrow Ruby.
I need a thorough scan of the entire planet, Quincy, then give me a long-range scan. Alternate between long-range and short-range scans every 60 seconds. Aye, sir. Klein, Westwood. Meet me in the transporter room in 5. Brody, you have the con.
Captain, I'd like to come along.
I knew you would. Take the con.
Aye. Jinx, take navigation.
Aye, sir.
It's gone. It's all gone. I don't understand. Why would they do this?
I don't know, Sheriff. Maybe to send a message?
And what message would that be?
Fear us.
Space. Playground for the rich, battleground for the greedy. An empty wasteland for those who fail to see the possibilities. Full of endless opportunity for those willing to take the risk.
I don't know what I expected to see, but this surpasses anything I could have imagined.
There's Roger's house. Or what's left of it. Shh. What's that sound? It's coming from over there.
Oh, that'll be. Come here, boy. Good boy. It's a puppy. Well, he's grown a lot since the last time I saw him, but he's still a puppy at heart, aren't you, buddy? Oh, this fellow was just a tiny little thing last time I saw him. I broke a little girl's heart that day. And that little heart's about to get unbroken. You're coming back with me, little fella. Yes, you are. Kruger.
Cappy, we've got a dozen ships coming in fast. We're already under fire.
Where'd they come from?
They were hiding on the other side of the sun. Prepare for emergency beam out.
Kruger out. All right, guys. On me. Stevens, forward to beam up. All right, Brody, get me up to speed. Fast.
We've got 24 ships, various configurations. They appear to be Oblontian, but we've had no communications. They came out of nowhere and opened fire without warning. We sustained some damage before we raised shields, then more when we lowered them to beam you aboard. Shields are down to 23% and falling. At this rate, shields will be gone in a minute or so. There's a few minor injuries, nothing serious. We can give you a full impulse, but only warp 3. Engineering is working on it.
We could make a stand, but it'd be pointless. We'd take out a few of them, but our shields would be gone and the rest would be all over us. All right, Brody, set course for the sun. We'll see if we can blind them in the radiation. Klein, give me warp 3. Engage.
Most of them are falling away, sir.
Most of them?
Well, it would appear that some of them have warp 3 capability.
Klein, I thought you said it would be a couple of years before they had warp 3.
That's what I heard. I guess the research picked up speed when we showed them that it could be done.
Brody, back on the refuse, you used to slingshot us around stars to get us home faster. Now, that same trick would speed us up now, right?
Yes, but it'll speed them up too. Maybe we can get closer to the sun than they can. The closer you get, the faster you accelerate.
Okay, Klein, I need full shields as fast as you can manage them. We're going to graze the surface. We're going to see if they can follow us in there.
Captain, I should warn you that achieving the speed you're talking about, along with gravitational effects on a star this size, can produce unexpected results.
Will it kill us?
Well, no, probably not, but...
Good. Then, Klein, I need those shields, and I need as much speed as you can muster.
Shields are at 70%. We should have full warp capability in about 30 seconds.
We'll be entering the corona in a few seconds, Captain.
Captain?
Hold that thought, Quincy.
Yes, you wish, Captain.
Shields are at 95%. Full warp capability in 10 seconds.
Entering corona. We're losing altitude, sir.
Warp coils are online, Captain. Shields are at 100%.
We're going to need warp 9 or better to pull away, Captain.
Punch it, Klein. Give me all you got.
One of them just fell into the sun. The others managed to pull away, but we're losing them.
We've broken away, sir.
Cappy, I'm picking up a large ship, very close. They're raising shields.
Shields? Are you sure?
Hey, I'm just reading the instruments here.
Quincy, are there any other ships like this one in the sector?
None that I'm aware of, Captain.
Hey guys, this is weird. They're gone.
Gone?
They just vanished.
Captain?
What sort of weirdness have you got for me?
Something's wrong with our instruments. I can't get a fix on our location.
Quincy?
Captain, I've been trying to tell you, the maneuver we just executed has been used before, but...
I've done it 100 times. It's no big deal.
But never at those speeds. There are a lot of factors, but depending on the mass of the star, the speed of the ship, well, the result can be temporal displacement.
You mean time travel? You could have warned us.
I tried. So, Tom, the question isn't where we are so much as when we are.
This is a very interesting problem. All I have to do is track the path of the stars backwards along their known trajectories.
Or you could just read your chronometer.
Wow. Captain, we've traveled back 22 years, 2 months, and 7 days.
Maybe we can warn ourselves about all the stuff we've been through in the past few months.
Most of you were pimply-faced adolescents. Pimply-faced adolescents. I hate time travel.
I could make sure my mother gets the medical attention she needs.
Whoa, everyone, just stop. Traveling through time's a very rare thing, but it does happen. And I can tell you beyond any shadow of a doubt that making contact with oneself in such cases is always a bad idea. There are always consequences, and there's no way to predict what those consequences might be.
If I remember my history correctly, the Emperor and Empress are still alive.
The princes would be about 20 years old. That means one of them will murder his parents in... Can somebody do the math?
Around 7 days, Captain. No one knows the exact time of death.
There has to be something we can do.
We could find the little jerks and take them out.
Sheriff, how can you say such a thing?
There has to be something we can do short of murdering somebody. Brody, how long will it take us to get to Cordia at Warp 7?
5 days, 7 hours.
I'm telling you, this is a very bad idea.
Brody, lay in a course. Let's go. Quincy, can I see you in my quarters?
Of course, sir.
So, we went back in time.
It would appear so, sir.
You act like it's no big deal. Quincy, who are you? Where did you come from? How is it that you know all these things that you know?
Captain, I am bound by my word not to tell you what you want to know. I'd love to, but I can't. The repercussions would be bad for me, and most likely for you. When I entered into the agreement that binds me, I hadn't met you or your people. Since then, I've become quite fond of all of you. Even Klein. But I am still bound. Believe me, John, I am your friend. I mean you no harm.
Is there anything you can tell me?
When you found this ship, it was completely random. No one selected you. It was an experiment of sorts.
So the people who built the ship are conducting an experiment?
No, the builders of this ship are not even aware of its existence or of the experiment.
How could the builders of the ship not be aware that the ship exists? That makes no sense.
The builders were led to think that the ship had been destroyed, while in fact it was removed at the last nanosecond before its presumed destruction.
Removed? Last nanosecond? Well, I assume there's no point in asking.
No, really.
Well, at any rate, I don't like the idea of being a sample in someone else's petri dish, Quincy. Not one little bit. Is that all you can tell me?
For now. Except keep an eye on Klein. I think he's on the verge of a discovery. You see, there are things that I'm not at liberty to tell you, but if you should happen to find them out for yourselves, well, that would be different.
I see. Quincy, I appreciate that you won't go back on an agreement, but I will want to know more at some point.
And so you shall, Captain. So you shall.
One more thing. If I ever find out that you had a part in putting us under a microscope, well, let's just say it would put a strain on our friendship.
Captain, we're entering the Cordia system.
Go to Warp 1. Let's blend in.
Aye, sir. Approaching Cordia 3.
Enter high orbit. We got about 24 hours to decide if we can or should do anything to save the Emperor and the Empress. Steve, monitor radio chatter for anything about us. Let's sleep on it.
Your Excellency and Your Excellency, the Lord General of the Imperial Guard.
Your Excellencies, I am forever your humble servant.
Rise, Lord General. What news do you bring?
Your Excellencies, I come with news of the preparations for the coming festivities.
Proceed.
All is being made ready. The guards have been doubled in and around the palace. All deliveries have been searched and searched again 10 times over. The no-fly zone above the palace has been increased from 10 to 100 kilometers.
Lord General, as usual, you excel at all appointed tasks. We are blessed indeed to count you in our service. Go now and see to it that no stone is unturned, no action is overlooked to ensure the safety of our princess.
So you have spoken, and so it shall be done.
My heart is truly at peace in the knowledge that he is in our service.
Herald, bring forth the 12th.
Your Excellency and Your Excellency, the Earl of Ambia, the Honourable Ves Umentus. The Earl of Ambia, the Honourable Ves Umentus. Your Excellencies, the Earl of Ambia seems to have taken his leave.
Harold, we must have a 12th.
Yes, we simply must have a 12th.
And so you shall, Your Excellencies. Pray allow your humble servant a moment to fetch the 12th. No. This will not do. 12. There must be 12. You there!
Yes?
Would you fancy being the 12th?
The 12th what?
The 12th supplicant, man. The 12th to be granted an audience with the royals.
The royals?
Never mind, man. Oh, where am I going to find a suitable 12th?
I'm sorry, of course. I'll be the 12th.
Thank you. Very well. Make haste, man. Consider what you would ask of the Emperor and Empress. What is your name?
Roger Maynard.
What is your title, and from whence do you hail?
I'm a fugitive aboard the Liberty.
That is very strange. Now compose yourself and follow me, and remember to approach the thrones and bow deeply. Yes, very strange indeed. Your Excellency and Your Excellency, the ambassador from the planet Liberty, the very Honorable Sir Roger Maynard.
Rise, Mr. Ambassador. It is indeed a pleasure, but I must say I'm unfamiliar with this planet Liberty.
Liberty is from the... Liberty is in the outer rim, Your Excellencies. We have only recently achieved warp flight, so we've been keeping to ourselves. But we are wise in the ways of divining things that shall come to pass. I come bearing knowledge of things to come for you and for the Empire.
You can foresee the future then. Pray tell us these things, Sir Maynard, Ambassador of Liberty. We are keen to know.
Good morning. Steve, you got anything to report?
Not really.
Where's Brody?
I'm sure he's on his way.
Well, we're kind of pressed for time here. Brody, respond, please. Tom Brody, please respond.
That's odd.
I'll be back in a few. Jinx, you have the con.
Got it.
Stevens, have you seen Brody this morning?
No, sir, but I've only been here for half an hour or so.
I had the night shift, Captain. Mr. Brody came in about 0600 hours. Said he couldn't sleep. We talked for a while, and then he asked me if I'd go get us a cup of coffee. I was only gone for 10 minutes or so. When I got back, he was gone. I figured he'd gotten sleepy.
Stevens, check the logs. Let's see if he used the transporters.
All right. Accessing. Yep, here we are. Someone used the transporter at 0633 hours. He didn't sign off on it, but the transporter gets up close and personal with your DNA. It was Brody, all right.
I wonder why.
It says he also transported a large rectangular box, sir.
Oh, never mind. I know why.
I'm sorry, Captain. I had no idea.
It's all right, Tim. He's bridge crew. There was no reason to suspect anything.
Sir, I hate to tell you this, but Tom Brody wasn't the only person to use that transporter last night.
Sir, I swear, I didn't see anyone else come in here. I took a break around 0300 hours. Maybe it was then.
Don't worry about it. Stevens, where did Maynard beam down?
The coordinates are inside the palace, sir.
Can you locate the two of them now?
I think so. Give me a minute.
Nice cemetery.
I'd rather have a real plot, of course. Maybe on that hill. Maybe a big fancy stone. But she would like this place. In the shade, near a quiet brook.
It's beautiful, Tom.
Thanks, Doc. I'm glad you came, guys. I would have invited you, but I decided to do this at the last moment. Besides, I figured if I'd asked, you'd probably say no.
You're probably right. We gotta be careful not to disturb the timeline, Tom. And that's really why we came. Roger beamed down the middle of the night. Nobody knows why.
Yeah, but everybody's got a theory. And most of them involve him screwing up the timeline so bad, we end up all being garden snails or something.
Well, we can't allow that, now can we? I suppose we better go stop him.
As dungeons go, this is fairly nice. Thanks for making me feel at home. You're a good friend, Jen.
You're just saying that.
No, I'm not. I love you, man. You understand me. None of these other guys understand me.
I'm a good listener, Raj. Anybody will tell you that.
I need a good listener right now, Jen. I know something very important, but nobody will listen to me.
Oh man, I'll listen to you, Raj.
I appreciate it, Jen. But what's the use? You can't help me.
Give me a chance, Raj. Tell me, what harm could it do?
Alright. It's the royal family, Jen. Something terrible is going to happen.
Oh no.
Oh yes. It's going to happen tonight. And only you and me know. We've got to stop it.
Yes, we've got to stop it. Raj?
Yeah?
What is it we've got to stop?
Somebody's going to kill the Emperor and the Empress. Tonight.
That's terrible. We've got to tell somebody.
I already tried that. I told the Emperor and the Empress. I guess they figured I was nuts, so I ended up here.
I love the royals, Raj. They've always been straight with me. They only put me in here for my own safety.
If we're gonna stop this, we've got to get out.
Then you're lucky you ran into me, Raj. I spend a lot of time in here. Come closer.
Yeah?
I know where all the loose bars are.
Good evening, gatekeeper. Sorry we're late.
Uh-huh. Names?
We're with the band.
Names?
Do you hear the band playing inside? Yeah, we're with that band. They're missing 4 instruments right now because we are out here.
I don't see any instruments.
The instruments are inside, waiting for us. Just a second.
Adrian?
Look, I'm sorry we're late. We're standing right outside.
You're what?
I know. It's ridiculous. Just tell the Empress she's gonna have to wait. We'll be there as fast as we can.
Have you been drinking?
All right, then. Bugger off. Go. Musicians.
So now what?
We're almost there. This is the antechamber. All we need's a way to get into the throne room.
Captain, what about those jugglers?
We're not jugglers.
We're not musicians either.
You there. Yes, you. Could we talk to you for a moment, please?
I just want to go on record that I disapprove of hurting the jugglers.
They'll be fine. They'll sleep for a while and wake up with a stiff neck.
And I stuffed a sizable amount of cash in their pockets.
Is anybody else's costume riding up?
I don't see how anyone could perform in these costumes. They're skin tight. They look horrible.
You look great from back here.
I think you should get in front of me.
Everybody hold it down.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Your time has come. Now remember, approach the thrones and bow deeply. Your Excellency and Your Excellency, presented for your approval, the juggling and acrobatic skills of the amazing Pensionors.
Rise and speak, Pensionors.
Your Excellencies, it is with great sadness that I, your humble servant, come before you this evening. I have news of great import from the land of liberty.
Enough! Silence, Your Excellencies. I apologize most profusely. These people are impostors. Come forward. These are the genuine, amazing pensieurs. Shall I put these ne'er-do-wells where they may cause you distress no further?
No, Lord General. We will receive these visitors in the royal study. You will escort them there, but first have them exchange clothing with the jugglers. I find their appearance most disturbing.
See? I told you.
This way.
I sure hope you know your way around here as good as you say you do.
We're one floor below the royal chambers. The Emperor and Empress occupy the entire floor. The rest of the royal family lives on this floor.
Including the twins?
Sure. Why?
Where are their rooms?
Their room? They've shared a room since birth. But I think they get their own rooms after tomorrow.
That's odd.
The royals are an odd bunch, but they're decent enough. Shh! Listen. Quick, in there.
Shh. We've been taking classes. Gives us something to do.
Where are we?
Judging by the decor and the two beds, I'd say we're in the princess room. I'm just glad they aren't here.
I'd just soon have a nice juicy steak any day. Yeah, I reckon. Did you hear what happened to the pensioners? Got beat up, they did, while they was waiting to audition for the royal birthday party. I sure hope they're okay. They put on a fine show, they do. And that one lady they got, she cuts a fine figure in that Leo, in them tight pants. Now, Robert, you're a married man now. You best be watching those wandering eyes of yours. Oh, I'm watching all right. I'm watching real close.
Oh, no.
What?
They're not here.
I don't get it.
It's the twins that mean to kill the Emperor or the Empress. In all these years, we thought it was one or the other of them.
All these years? We thought? I'm sorry, Raj, but you lost me.
You'll see soon enough. I just hope we're not too late. I don't even care about the guards anymore, Jen. Show me the fastest way to the next floor. Hurry!
The royal study!
Very well. We have arrived. You are probably unaccustomed to doing things in a civilized manner, so I will explain. I enter first and examine the room. I then invite the herald to enter. The herald enters and announces the arrival of their excellencies.
Announces to whom?
Good heavens, our room entering technology is decades ahead of yours.
Bear with us, gentlemen. Here we go. The herald may enter.
Their Royal Excellencies, Emperor and Empress Lumada.
Unbelievable.
Your Excellency and Your Excellency, the delegation from the planet Liberty, the Very Honourable Sir John Kruger, the Very Honourable Madame Laura English.
Your Excellencies, I apologize for the breach of protocol, but we have very little time.
This is most unusual, but after having met two representatives of this previously unknown planet, Liberty, we feel compelled to learn more.
Your Excellencies, we have very reliable information that your lives are in danger. We've come to warn you and protect you if we can.
The gentleman this morning, a Sir Maynard, I believe, began with a similar claim but quickly degenerated into a drunken rant about being from the future. Some nonsense about a civil war.
As a matter of fact,
we've been told to retrieve that poor man and return him to the institution from whence he escaped.
I shall have him brought to you.
That must be them.
Must be who? None of this is making any sense.
Quick, up against the doors.
I'll take this side.
I will shield their excellencies.
Here they come.
Laser rats are coming through the doors and walls. Everyone, stay low.
Is it over?
The Lord General has been injured.
Stand back.
How is he, Doc?
Captain, he's dead.
Halassa, no! Something is wrong with Halassa!
Get something under her head. Her injuries are severe, but I can save her if I can get her to the ship.
Take her to the ship! Anything! Just save her! Please!
Do it.
Warden here.
Lock onto my coordinates. 3 to beam up.
Let's take a look in the bed chamber.
Captain, it's Roger.
Roger, stay with us, buddy. What happened?
Jen and me, we came up to try and stop the twins. Looks like they stopped us. Where's Jen? The small fellow. Red hair, big beard.
That's him, over there. He didn't make it.
Oh, man. Jen was alright. He was a good...
Stay with us, Roger.
He was a good listener. Just ask anybody.
He's gone, Captain.
Warden here.
4 to beam up, Tim. 2 living and 2 not so lucky.
Wait!
Hold it, Tim.
Sir, I have sworn a life oath to the Emperor and Empress. If they leave, my life will be forfeit.
He's seen an awful lot, Captain.
Make that 5, Tim.
5 it is, sir.
You revealed details of the experiment.
But I didn't reveal that the experiment is mine.
You disclosed how the ship was procured.
But I did not disclose it was I who procured it.
You assisted the subjects in achieving temporal displacement.
I did try to warn them. Actually, sir, if you will carefully review the terms of the agreement, you'll see that I've not broken them.
This is most distressing. Remember who you're talking to, Quincy. I am not one of your simple-minded human pets. If I didn't know better, I would think you're beginning to develop feelings for them.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm simply beginning to understand them, and perhaps develop a certain appreciation for them. But that's the whole purpose of the experiment anyway, isn't it? To determine if there's more to this race than meets the eye.
And to satisfy your never-ending thirst for entertainment. Just be careful, Quincy. You are being watched. At the first clear sign of non-compliance, your little game will be terminated.
Always a joy to chat with you, sir.
Your Excellency and your
Stop it! Welcome, Doctor. What news have you?
The Empress is fine. I'm releasing her now.
Are you satisfied? I feel fine. And Doctor, from now on you may refer to me as Helesa. No, Helene.
And henceforth, I shall be known as Brian.
Helen and Brian. Got it.
What about me?
You have served us well these many years, Harold. But we are no longer your Emperor and Empress, and you are no longer the Royal Herald. You may continue to serve us for as long as it suits you, but you are released from your oath of servitude.
I am afraid I am unaccustomed to having choices.
You will find that a great many things will change, Harold. May I call you Harold?
It is a good name.
Then from this moment forward, you shall be our friend, companion, and servant, Harold.
Take it from me, Harold. Change never gets easy, but it's never boring. Welcome aboard, all of you. Follow me, and I'll show you to your quarters. Quincy, what do we do to reverse the effects of our previous slingshot maneuver?
Well, it will require some very precise calculations and extremely fast reflexes to pull it off. May I take the helm?
Do it, Mr. Quincy.
Right then. Setting heading to 927.3 by 337.9 Mach 6. Klein, increase to warp 7 and then be ready to give me maximum warp at my command.
Warp 7 engaged.
Ready. Steady. Maximum warp, Klein.
Paddle is to the metal.
Ray shields to maximum.
Shields at maximum.
Cappy, I'm picking up a large ship. It looks very similar to ours, and their shields are up.
Again? Oh! And now they'll vanish.
Cappy, you're scaring me. Yes, they vanished, just like before.
That was us, Addie. We saw ourselves headed in the other direction. We existed in the same time span just for a moment, and then we became visible to ourselves.
Very good, Captain. And now, according to the chronometer, we're back to precisely 7 days after we left. I decided to give our pursuers a week to give up looking for us and go away. With a little luck, they'll think we fell into the sun.
Ah, Brian, Helen, Harold, welcome to the bridge.
And welcome to the future.